Hi guys, I'm Breaking Bear. I just did a video on how to skin and clean a rabbit, and now I'm going to do a video on how to do a brain tanning technique on the pelt. And so that's what this video is going to be about. And so I'm going to grab a hammer, and I've got the skull of the rabbit right here. I'm going to crack open the skull, and I'm going to smear it all over. I'm going to smear the brain all over the pelt, and that's going to cure it. And I'll leave it out to dry in the sun. It'll be better than just leaving it out to dry or salt. And they say, so the theory behind it is that every animal has enough brain matter in it to use on its entire pelt. Is like some interesting thing that God did for each animal to have just enough brain matter to cure and yeah, so to do their pelt. It's interesting. So you don't need a lot from the videos I've seen. This is going to be my first time doing something like this, so hopefully I don't botch it up too much. But also, to preserve the feet, if you want a lucky rabbit's foot, you just kind of open up the pelt a little bit to get inside the where the bone is, and you shove some salt in there, and that'll help cure it. And I'll just set them out in the sun, and they'll juice up for a little bit, and eventually they dry out. You can put the whole thing in salt if you want, but I figure from doing this in the past, I just salt the end and then I leave it out in the sun, and eventually it dries all the way. So that's how I do that. I've already got my pelt. I don't know if you can see it kind of sitting in the sun to dry out a little bit. It's not going to do too much unless I leave it out for a full day, but I'm going to go ahead and get started here on the skull. Just going to crack that open. I already see the brain. And from what I've learned, it's pretty cut and dry. You just kind of take the brain out, kind of squish it into a pulp, and you smear it on the hide. Yeah, there it is. Now I could have done a better job at cleaning this pelt up. It's still got a little bit of blood on it, but for what we're doing, this is just real quick. I actually did end up doing a better job on the head. And so I'm just taking this, I'm squishing it in my fingers, and I'm rubbing it on the inside of the skin of the hide of the rabbit, and I'm going to save a little bit of it for the headpiece, which turned out kind of cool. So I'll be able to do that as well. It came out intact with the ears and, you know, some of the facial features and everything. So it's a little messy. Can't be afraid of getting your hands dirty doing this. And so if you're just using salt, it's going to come out super hard and it's going to be permanently whatever shape it's in. It's going to be a hard piece of like cardboard, and it doesn't do very good. So I'm going to grab the headpiece. This one's already a little bit dry from being out in the sun, but still got the whiskers on it. Pretty cool. Just gonna rub this on it. Hopefully the brain matter will re-moisten where it dried out in the sun. It already started becoming paper-like, real hard and non-pliable. Don't want that. I'm going to shove some into the ear area. Just pack it in there. And then if I got anything left over, put it, smear it on the hide some more. And I don't own a fleshing knife or anything, so I mean there's still a little bit of muscle and stuff on the pelt, but after it cures, I should be able to do a little bit more with it. Hell, you know what? I'm going to take some of this. Since it's got a good coating on it, I'm going to shove it right inside the foot. See if that does anything for it. All right. All right, that's pretty much it. You know, it's all on there. I'm gonna sit it out in the sun. Hopefully, it cures up nice and it doesn't turn into a piece of cardboard like some of my past pelts. Out here in the Arizona climate, it's super dry. I've been able to dry my snake skins that I've procured in 2-3 hours during the summertime. Yeah, snake skin was one of the easier ones that I've done. I mean, the knife just goes right through and it peels off very easily. And you lay it out. You can stretch it out, but you don't really need to. This should be fine. This I'll probably kind of move it out like that. There's a nail right here. I'll just rest it on. But this stuff should make it so that the pelt is pliable. And we'll see how it turns out. We'll do another video. All right. God bless you guys. Keep crushing.